What's up, everyone? This is Scratch, and I got another video review here for you. We are going to take a look at Worms WMD from Team 17. This game comes out on August 23rd, so just another day or two if you're watching this as soon as I release it. If not, it's already out, and you should go download it. We're playing here on the Xbox One, and I'm just going to kind of go over the game, and I'll show some gameplay. But first, before I start, full disclosure, this game was provided to me by Team 17. In exchange for my honest opinion, so as always, that's what I'm going to give you. So let's just get started on it, and here we go. So this basically is the Worms that went back to its roots. The menus and options have been simplified, and it's easy to navigate and play. There are 30 single-player levels, 10 challenge levels, 7 bonus levels. They removed the whole story mode from Battlegrounds, and they've gone back to the story just being like the single missions and the mini stories, and each one is designed to showcase different strategies that you'll use to adopt. You'll need to adopt to be deadly in multiplayer. And with that comes 20 training levels, all in the single player. So if you're new to Worms, you can easily get started, and it takes you through all the basics and shows you how to play all the way up through more advanced things. If you're not new to Worms, you'll find some new weapons, which you can see in my upcoming video, which I will have linked down in the description. But more importantly is the ability to craft weapons. So you can craft weapons now, which is really cool. I found it pretty cool that you can actually dismantle the weapons and find these resources on the map in the familiar form of crates. And basically you make variations of your favorite weapons, like a flaming bazooka or a triple barrel shotgun, which gives you 3 chances to shoot a worm instead of 2. I think the crafting is a pretty cool addition because it mixes up the strategy without offsetting the balance of the game. They're basically just new and different weapons to use. There are also new vehicles introduced into the game, one of which I just recently found out is a Rocket League car, which was kind of cool. Allowed me to kind of bounce and jump around the map a little bit. But my initial worry was that they would offset the balance of the game, but they don't really seem to offer much more than a different weapon to use, and the health of the vehicle is the same as the worm, so it's not like you get, added protection or something like that by being in a vehicle. And most of the weapons in the vehicles are just as powerful, if not even less powerful than some of the weapons that you have as just your worm. So the advantage comes from their movement abilities to traverse the landscape and deal some heavy damage. There's also mounted weapons, so you can snipe and shoot mortars from if you can make your way to these weapons, and they deal devastating damage as well. The graphics look a lot cleaner. They're easier to distinguish the background, like in the older Worms games. They've gone back to the sort of hand-drawn, cel-shaded version instead of the 2.5D weird version from Battlegrounds, which is a welcome change for me, and it looks amazing, as you can see here. The audio sounds great. They've taken great care to pay attention to detail, where the worms actually echo inside of caves, and then there's buildings that you can go inside of, which also offer a bit of an advantage, I should add. But you can go inside the buildings, and while they're in there, you can tell the difference in the voices, like they'll echo, or it sounds like they're inside something. So it was kind of cool. And then, of course, the music is great as well. Even when they're inside the vehicles, the worms sound like they're on the radio of the vehicle. So I thought that was pretty cool. The worm banter and taunting is still here, and it's automatic throughout instead of just like at the end of your turn. So like the worms are constantly talking, and it brings a bit more of life to the game, and I honestly crack up laughing listening to them go back and forth at each other. It's pretty funny. The customization that we've come to love about Worms is still intact, and you can name your worms, give them accents, like Angry Scott is my favorite one. Change their tombstone and a number of other things. And I was glad to see that the Angry Scots, stayed in the game, and as well as some other favorite customizations from the previous games. But there are also some new ones, and even some familiar game masks, like the upcoming Ukulele, Killer Instinct, Battletoads, The Escapist. Team 17 has been doing kind of these, I don't want to say partnerships, but like these little cameos of other games in their games. Which is kind of cool, and Worms WMD is no exception. But overall, Worms WMD contains quite a few improvements compared to Worms Battlegrounds, and I honestly think they've addressed a few of the major things that I didn't like about Battlegrounds, but I thought Battlegrounds was a great game in itself. I'd give this game an 8 out of 10, and I think some Worms fan would say that this one is one of the better ones of the series. So if you're a Worms fan, this is a definite checkout. If not, this is a good one to get started with. Hopefully this review has helped you, and I hope you give it a like if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below if you have any comments, questions, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, if you want to know more. I am going to have a couple of the videos coming up. We're going to show off some of the weapons and some of the different strategies and things. And I'll probably be streaming this on Beam and Twitch as well, which you can find links to those in the description as well if you guys want to follow me there when I go live with some of these games. I've already played Worms a little bit early. I don't know, last week or whatever, and put a preview up, but the Beam video didn't really turn out that well, so I gotta sort that out. But anyways, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys all in the next video.